This video is about how I live my life every day. The quotes and statements that I live my life by every day. Why? Because I have a plan every single day. Every single day. I have a process I live by every single day. I lay out what I'm gonna do every day. I was a computer programmer and I learned to flow chart everything in my life so that it will flow a little bit better. So I would know if I'm getting ready to walk down the street, if it's the wrong street, I know I can take another street, another road, another map, whichever way I do it. Now, why do I do it like this? Because I feel like you got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, guess what? Somebody's gonna always find a way to put you into theirs. So you got to have a plan when you get up in the morning, and you gotta live by that plan every day. Now yes, granted, things are not gonna go right all the time. But let me share with you how I did it. I had a plan to produce a sizzle reel. I had a plan to decide that we had to fly to Atlanta or drive to Atlanta, but we had to get to Atlanta by the 15th of May. I'm an individual in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was like, Atlanta, Georgia? There's no one in San Antonio or Austin that you're affiliated with? I've got to come all the way to Atlanta to videotape. OMG. So, got with the ladies. The lady said, the ATL? Oh yeah, we'll go. It's hot Atlanta. Oh yeah, we'll go videotape in Atlanta. I said, you all know we got to go in the next 2 days? Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll just fly. I say, no, we got a lot of equipment and stuff to take with us. So Dominique and myself and Crystal decided that we're going to drive to Atlanta. There's 13 and a half hours. Now you see what I'm talking about? I do the same thing with Zumba. I have a plan every morning. I'll be there at 8:45. I know exactly where I'm gonna stand. Sometimes you have to stand in a different place because people are coming in all the time. But I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know what my morning's gonna be like when I leave Zumba. I keep my grandchild. And after I do that, guess what? I come home, and what did I just share with you? I just shared with you that I edit. I do a lot of editing. I look for a lot of photos. I design all of my photos. I design all of my images, and I produce all my edits. I use AVS, okay? So this is where I go and I do all my edits. Like this right here, this is what I'm working on, which is what you're looking at. And all I do is drop it down in the top. That's where I start. You see where I have my box, and I might bring something in like a black t-shirt or something like that, and then I just start using these over here to design my shirt. Why? Because it's cheaper. Yes, it is cheaper when you can do it yourself. So what did I do? I took YouTube and I learned how to edit. I learned how to Photoshop and GIMP and Corel Draw. I taught myself. Why? Because it was what I do every day. I know what I'm gonna do every Tuesday. I'm gonna be in a class every Tuesday teaching myself something from YouTube that I didn't know the previous week for 2 hours. That's why I am where I am today. And you can do it too. Of course you can do it. Now, what is the quote that I live by every single day? Well, let's go back. I showed you how we got to Atlanta, how we shot the sizzle reel. I showed you the sizzle reel, didn't I? I showed you that I keep my grandson. I showed you that I go to Zumba. I told you about me teaching myself, self-teaching myself through YouTube, the things that I do to make things happen for myself. Yes. So now, this is what I live by every day. See this right here? These are some of the props that I used to use. This, I lived by. I had a chart. I made out a chart from the first day, May 21st, 2017, to 10,000 views. 12/21/2017, it took me 6 months to get 10,000 views, but that was my plan. So I don't have no problem if that was my plan. I reached my goals. Now I'm at 138,000, almost at 139,000 views. Now what is that? What was that plan to get here? What was that plan to get me to Atlanta, Georgia? What is the plan to get me to keep my grandchild? What is the plan to learn all the things that I learned, to self-teach myself to do all the things that I do? Let me tell you what it is. Success equals clear direction and execution. What is it? Success equals a clear direction and execution. That's exactly what it is. I was very clear May 21st. I was very clear December 21st. Why? Because the only way you can be successful at anything is you've got to have a clear direction. You've got to have a clear direction on where you're going, how you're going to get there, what are you going to do when you get there, how you're going to get there, and when are you going to get there. You got to know your locations, you got to have your lighting, you have to have your characters, your talent, you got to have your props, you've got to have everything. It doesn't matter what the actual project is you're working on, but you got to be very clear about it. Because if you're not clear about the direction you're going in, you will not be able to execute. You're going to have too many struggles to execute. So what do I live by? Success equals a clear direction and execution. That's why you see I am on video 60, because I was very clear. I make myself very clear on what it is I'm doing, how I'm gonna get there. Didn't I show you earlier in the other video how I lay everything out, use the storyboards, and blood that makes you go a different route. That's the flow chart. That's what makes this whole thing right here a clear direction, right here. And I produce it week after week after week after week. So whatever you're doing in life, if you want to be successful at it, write down the clear direction you're going. And if you write down the clear direction you're going, guess what? And you execute it, it's gonna happen for you. It happened for me. I'll give you a pre-warning on episode 61 because I'm up in arms on what it's gonna be about. I have 3 different videos I'm working on. So whichever one I finish first with all the elements involved, then I'm gonna produce it and upload it for you to see. Anyway, stay with me. You know I'm gonna be clear with it. All I have to do is execute. Anyway, enjoy life. And I'll see you in the next episode.